Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to this Essential Emotions class. I am Lisa Moore-Clifton. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate and I run the Empower Wellness Essential Oils group. My team have a bunch of awesome people that I work with and I absolutely love it. So today we're going to be talking about supporting your emotions. Everybody at some time in their day realizes that, man, I wish I was feeling a little bit better, or you're constantly noticing your emotions. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what that is in your body, what's happening in your body, and how we can support a balanced emotional life. So you're going to have this science behind emotions and essential oils, the tools and habits for healthy body chemistry, and practical emotional wellness steps that you can take now. All right, so at the end of this video, I'll have this on YouTube and whatnot, and there will be links that you'll be able to reach out to me and be able to get your hands on some of this stuff, or schedule a wellness consult with me. I do free wellness consults in person and online all over the world. So yeah, I love it. I would love to talk with you guys. So let's get into this. First off, we want to make this connection between the fact that we don't just have a body and as a part of our wellness. It's just like a triangle: body, spirit, and mind. And body and mind, your spirit, it's kind of, depending on what religious affiliation you might be with, think of the spirit as kind of your emotional processing of things, okay? And your mind as kind of the subconscious processing of things, all right? And we need to nourish all of them in order to have wellness. Now, your body is made up of intelligent cells, and they're wired to restore health. Your cells are amazing. They're their own little entity, and it has the DNA and blueprints for every other cell in your body, for your entire body. It's amazing. Yet that cell knows which type of cell it's supposed to be, somehow, okay? And it knows how to heal itself. It just needs the tools that it needs in order to do so. Now, our emotions are actually chemicals. They're molecules in your body, and they carry information to your cells to tell your cells what they need to do. So an emotional state is how your body is processing and making sense of the information that it gets, okay? So these chemicals, something happens and you have an emotional reaction to it. Your body releases chemicals, your brain and different areas in your body releases chemicals that interact with your cells, and your cells do something, okay? And then you feel something. It's really quite amazing. So people, you can get addicted to an emotional state as well. Whether it's a happy state or a sad state, you can actually get chemically addicted, and you want to have that habit of having that emotional state. And so you might be stuck in an emotional loop, an emotional habit. So we're going to talk about being able to break that habit, break that emotional loop of these chemicals that are continuously bombarding your cells, and how we can switch that around. Because as your cells are interacting with things, it impacts their function and their behavior. Now, your emotions are processed throughout the body. All right, this is not just a, in your heart or in your mind type of thing. Your whole body senses emotion. Fear, that adrenaline rush. Adrenaline is part of the fear reaction and the chemicals that's released during that. Or you might feel anxious and feel something in your chest or in your stomach. Your digestive system might not function properly. Your whole body feels emotions. So we need to address the three brains. We've got our mind, our logical, our intelligence, the subconscious part of the brain, our subconscious part of the mind directs over 90% of behavior. Our heart, our intuition. There are more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. Think about that for a minute. All right, so these neural pathways, so how our body is communicating with itself and telling it what's going on and how am I supposed to react. All right, again, controlling these emotional states. Our gut, 90% of the body's serotonin and other feel-good chemicals are produced in the gut. It's amazing. So it's not just released from the brain, and your gut is a huge part of that. So think about what we're eating. Think about how we're taking care of our gut, because it has a huge impact on your emotional state. Okay, so we need to address and balance all three aspects of things. And when we have a connection between all those minds, all those brains, then we can feel good. We can have wellness. So let's talk about emotions and our beliefs, okay? And you can think of this as emotions and then habits, all right? So you have life experiences and you process everything instinctively, okay? So once you have the experience, you then start to process it with your three brains. And your brain, that subconscious brain, is tells your body, hey, I have to figure this out. Your heart is saying, I am feeling overwhelmed. And then your gut is saying, dude, I'm totally stuck. And you might have digestive upset and things like that. You might feel it in your heart, a tightness in your chest. All right. And your brain might feel foggy or confused because it's struggling to figure out what is going on after it's had this situation happen or this stimulus. So you have that head tension, possibly conflicting feelings and unsettled stomach, and feeling those within yourself. Now, once those reactions start to happen in your body, it tries to reconcile it because things just aren't connecting properly. And it starts to feed your belief that you're not good enough, okay? Now, this disconnect, the disconnect that's happening is causing these different negative feelings to happen, the unsettled stomach, the conflicted feelings, the head tension, and that's causing us to believe the belief that, hey, I'm not good enough. All right, so throughout your life, you have these different connections of a situation happens, you make sense of it emotionally in the three brains, and it establishes your beliefs. And then your actions water that belief, whatever it is. Your actions will reinforce that in order to try to make sense of it all. All right, you're constantly, the three brains are constantly trying to make sense of it all. So to sum up, you have life experiences, you process it, which makes you react to it, your body reacts to it, which then equals your belief in your actions. So we have to be able to affect those three brains so that we don't have that disconnect and we can water proper beliefs. And you need to weed out those beliefs. You need to find where do I need to do some weeding? What sort of beliefs about maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, those different negative beliefs that we have growing in there, and weed them out and see what's going on. Essential oils are awesome for supporting healthy emotions. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about that here. Emotions and essential oils, they interact chemically. Okay, so it helps our body balance out how it's producing those different neurotransmitters, those chemicals that communicate emotion to our cells. All right, and it does that in several different ways. It's very, very powerful. It's not only just within our body, but it has three different pathways that these essential oils can affect the effective communication with the cells and proper transmission of these different chemicals, these emotional chemicals, so we don't have that disconnect. They support healthy cell function, anchor healthy biochemistry, and promote physical and emotional detox. Physical and emotional detox. Because if your cells have been bombarded with those chemicals, those emotional chemicals, we need to get those chemicals out of your cells as well, and essential oils help with that. Now, if you were to magnify a peppermint leaf, peppermint's awesome essential oil for emotional well-being and so many other things. I call it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. But you see those little sacs when you magnify it? That's what hold the essential oils. And you can use steam distillation, and it puts steam up through those leaves, rupturing those sacs and releasing the essential oils. And so it's very, very potent. A single drop of oil, single drop, has 40 million trillion molecules. And so these 40 million trillion molecules are able to impact every cell of your body. Okay. So we have about 37 trillion cells in an average human body. And there's 40 million trillion molecules in one drop. So even one drop of essential oil can have a powerful impact on your entire body. But you need to choose them carefully, because not all essential oils are created equal. Definitely. You've probably seen a whole bunch out there. And essential oils are becoming a big industry because people are having some great results with them. But if you have a synthetic form, something that's made in the lab, something that's not pure and not balanced therapeutically and harvested from the right place, you can get opposite effects. That's what scientists are finding today, when they're actually able to look at what is happening in the body when an essential oil interacts, and it sees how it's affecting the system of the body. Different ones that are essential oils that are made in the lab can oftentimes have the opposite effect than what you're looking for. So if you're wanting something to help, just for instance, increase serotonin levels, all right? Feel good emotional chemical. A synthetic one may decrease serotonin levels. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Most of them that we're going to see out there, because they're cheap to make, are going to be synthetic, and they end up being very toxic within the body. And you're going to find that in most fragrances and things. Food grade, it's the GRAS standard, GRAS, generally regarded as safe. So if it meets the GRAS standard, then in the United States, it has been considered generally regarded as safe. GRAS, generally regarded as safe. Not proven, just generally regarded. And they allow people to put that in our food. We need to be more careful in that. There's also a therapeutic grade that is out there, but it's not very regulated. And the couple of tests that are required to put that label on there of therapeutic grade can be easily tricked. Okay, so because there's no standardization in the industry, doTERRA had to create their own standard, that being certified pure therapeutic grade, CPTG. So a small amount of the oils produced in the world are certified pure therapeutic grade, and what that means is that they're harvested in their natural habitat and extracted from plants in their natural habitat. We use stringent third-party testing. For more information on that, go to source2u.com, and it breaks down the majority of the tests that are done. They couldn't there's over 40 tests that can be done on these essential oils depending on their chirality and just different indicators. And so they explain the main test on source2u.com, but there are many more involved. And the verified pure and filler free, that has to do with the third-party testing and then our own testing as well. And it happens not only before we produce the oil, okay, before we get it from them. We run these tests before we purchase the lot of essential oils from these growers who we help to create co-ops with and all of that. 85% of the essential oils that doTERRA has are from growers that are exclusive to doTERRA. So the growers that we work with, 85% of them only sell their essential oils to doTERRA. And doTERRA works with them specifically because they're the highest therapeutic quality. So if somebody is claiming to have oh yes, we get our essential oils from the same place that doTERRA does, that's impossible because our growers are exclusive to doTERRA, 85% of them. So before we actually purchase that lot though, we have it tested by that third-party lab, make sure that it's 100% pure and all that good stuff. And then once it comes to us, after we've purchased it and it gets to us, we send another sample out. And then at the beginning of production, in the middle of production, and the end of production, we test it again to make sure. Why? Because every time you open that bottle, it needs to do what it's supposed to do. And that's how we do it. Okay, let's talk about the uses for emotional wellness. They are very dynamic. They provide targeted support for your body physically and emotionally. There's whole books on the emotional side of essential oils and how they can support you emotionally. Every single oil has a physical and emotional aspect to it. First off, we need to unlock the amygdala. So smell is the fastest way to get to that, that emotional part of the brain, because our nose is directly connected to that limbic area of the brain, the emotional seat of the brain, whereas our touch, our taste, our sight, our hearing, that all has to be processed first before we process it emotionally. Like, we have to think about it before we have an emotional response. Smell, instant, okay? Very powerful. So peppermint, like I was saying, got some mental fog. Peppermint helps support focus and just your general mental well-being. So energy and focus is a great one I like to use peppermint for. Now, to stimulate that self-repair, so at the cellular level, paying attention to your body and where you're feeling some of these emotions come out in a physical sensation, you can apply them there to help. So applying to the back of the neck, across the forehead, bottoms of the feet, and it's because some of these essential oils can actually pass through the blood-brain barrier and help the brain, which is huge. This is huge, guys. Now, applying essential oils over the heart, inside the wrist, or the fleshy pockets behind the ears is also a really great way to impact that, that emotional part of the heart, that mind of the heart, and be able to access that intuition so that you can unlock different potentials. Applying over the stomach area and the bottoms of the feet, helping the gut. And so you have those serotonin levels and things that we talked about, supporting that. So breathe. A lot of times you think breathe, oh, well, that's aromatically. Well, breathe, yes, it's for respiratory support, but it can also be for grief. Applying breathe over the heart helps to open up the heart and that emotional aspect of things. Now, internally, we can use these essential oils to balance chemical reactions. So because of the high standard, that CPTG standard, we can be confident to be able to use these essential oils internally. All right. Now, we do follow FDA standards regarding labeling. So on essential oils that are that meet that GRAS standard and all that jazz that can be used internally, they have a supplement label. You know, the little supplement bags with the serving size and stuff like that, amount per bottle and da-da-da. That's on there. Okay, so if you ever have any questions, can I take this internally? Just check for the label. And if it has supplement facts, yep, you can use it internally, and you just follow the instructions and follow the guidelines. So On Guard, really powerful for boosting and supporting that immune system, right? And for different seasonal threats, well, emotionally, it helps with vulnerability, which makes sense at that protective aspect, right? Now, another way to take care of this gut that we're talking about and have that daily support is to take the Lifelong Vitality Pack. This Lifelong Vitality Pack, the vitamins, minerals, omegas that doTERRA has out, it is incredible, all right? I could teach a whole class just on this, but it gives you bioavailable, readily usable vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, cellular energy, essential oils, including frankincense, which is the king of oils. And the fish oils are they use a technology called nanosomal lipid assimilation, which means it makes it water soluble, all right? So those fish oils, you don't, some people that have trouble like burping up the fish oils or whatnot have a lot better time with these guys because they're water soluble and your body can actually process them and absorb them. It's fantastic. So we're supporting that foundational nutritional aspect of the body, feeding it not only awesome nutrients and antioxidants and omegas, but also essential oils with that to help with all that detox and awesome healthy cell action. A lot of us, our guts are already needing some help, okay? I know very few people with fantastic diets that are eating wonderfully all the time. And even then, our food is just not what it used to be. And so having this digestive support and cleansing out our gut is a really important step. So the GX Assist there in the middle, taking that 3 times a day, so 1 with each meal, helps to wipe out that like candida and the bad bacteria and such. Wipe that out. So you do that for 10 days. Follow up with a PB Assist Plus. That's awesome probiotics, double encapsulated, so you have almost 100% proliferation of the probiotics in your gut rather than being killed off by your stomach acid. And so that after your GX Assist 3 times a day with the PB Assist for 5 days, and then once a day with that PB Assist, we need our probiotics. It's an essential part of our immune system, and then also our emotions and our skin and all of that sort of stuff. It's so essential. Terrazyme, these are digestive enzymes. So we've got the gut cleansed and everything. Now we want to make sure that we can actually use the food that we're processing or that we're eating, okay? So those digestive enzymes, including like lactase and some different things for breaking down everything, proteins, carbohydrates, gluten, all of that stuff is in there, along with the minerals to help activate those enzymes. So yeah, it's important to have minerals so that you can actually activate them. Now, the Zendocrine that blend is great for cleansing the different cleansing organs of the body, including the liver. So that's really important to make sure that liver is getting cleaned out because, you know, it's the main filter of the body. And if you're not cleaning out your filters, we can't necessarily replace that filter. So we got to take good care of it and clean it out. And Zendocrine is the way to do that. In general, having lemon or any other citrus oil in our water helps us to be able to cleanse naturally, gently the different toxins that come into our body. And the emotional aspect of that, it helps to lift the mood. It helps you feel happier. It's fantastic. So citrus in your water. You need to make sure and decide, what do I want to plant? We're getting rid of the weeds. And I do coaching on this as well, of identifying those weeds and helping to get rid of them. We need to decide what we want to plant. Well, doTERRA came out with 6 different essential oil blends to help us choose what we want to plant in a moment-by-moment support. So this is the emotional aromatherapy system. We've got motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace. Now the wheel is really important here, okay? Screenshot this or something. all right? Because whatever emotional state you're in, and maybe you want to get rid of that emotional state, you just go to the essential oil that's closest to it. So if you're feeling discontent or bored, bitter, disinterested, like in that area, then you want passion. If you're feeling distressed or somber, you need cheer. If you're apathetic, discouraged, you need motivate. If you are anxious or fearful, you need peace, hurt, grieving, console. You see, it's amazing. Angry, ashamed, then you need forgive. All right? So let's talk about these a little bit more. Now, if you're here, if you're actually in person in one of my classes, you're actually smelling each of these, and it's fantastic. So, motivate. Probably my favorite. Peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, and Melissa. Helps promote a feeling of confidence and courage and belief. Used when you need to regain confidence or counteract feelings of doubt. Cheer. It's a fantastic one. Wild orange. Ooh, high in limonene. Listen to some of my other stuff. Limonene is a constituent of citruses. It's really high in wild orange, and it's fantastic. Just amazing things for the body. Clove, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon. It's warming, uplifting. Helps you brighten and invigorate your mood when you need the boost of optimism or cheerfulness. Passion. I want to point out sandalwood in there and jasmine. Some powerful essential oils. It's grounding and uplifting at the same time. It's fantastic. So it's rejuvenating, inspiring feelings. Displaces boredom and lack of purpose. It has this real spicy smell to it with that cinnamon and clove in there. It's fantastic. And it'll help bring creativity. That spice helps to bring creativity. Forgive has bergamot, juniper, myrrh, arborvitae, and thyme. So it helps to encourage feelings of peace and forgiveness when you're consumed by negativity, anger, or guilt. All right. One of the things that really stick out to me, I love bergamot in general over the heart. And so it's very, I mean, it's a forgive blend. So it helps to give you that sense of forgiveness and inspire those feelings of forgiveness and peace, like it was saying. And bergamot really does bring that not only towards others, but about yourself as well. Okay, so think about this in the sense of the different beliefs that you have and how you could use this to counteract those different negative beliefs that come up. Console, frankincense, patchouli, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, rose. Holy cow, this is just packed with some awesome essential oils, some really expensive essential oils, and you can get them in this blend, and it's fantastic. And it's renewing, comforting, helps to perpetuate feelings of hope, dispel feelings of sadness, disappointment, or grief. Okay, who doesn't need more hope in their life? All right, this is a wonderful grounding blend with that frankincense and sandalwood, and just allowing you to find peace within yourself. Speaking of peace, we've got a blend. Ylang-ylang, lavender, vetiver, marjoram, clary sage, spearmint. Oh, I love the spearmint in this. It's so fantastic. I wish you were here so that you could just smell them all. It's a soft smell. It's fantastic. So when you're worried or fearful, unsettled, it helps to promote peace and soothe those anxious minds. Okay, so if you've got anxiety and such that is happening in your mind, it helps to soothe that and balance that. We also have all of them in a touch collection. So, you know, it'd be nice to carry around a diffuser with us at all times, but that might not be, you know, might not be possible. So you have these roll-ons that you can roll, like I said, on the neck, behind the ears, over the heart, the wrists. You have those different physical places you could roll these, and you're smelling them, your body's absorbing the molecules, and you're having that emotional support. So it's kind of two different ways to get these essential oils. I have both because it has different purposes, right? So, and some other tips that we have here is to support ourselves emotionally. Increase your hydration, increase exercise and movement, have better rest, learn how to meditate, and eat clean. Think about meditation as kind of exercise for the mind, okay? There's so many different apps and YouTube things and things on Audible to teach you different ways to meditate, and you just find one that works for you, explore different ones and see which one you like, and just start to adopt that that practice of finding peace within your mind through meditation and training the mind so that it doesn't just run away, because so often our thoughts, we don't have control over our thoughts, but we can create control over our thoughts through meditation, these essential oils, and then also eating clean, because that gut is a big part of our emotional state. So one of the big steps is to look at, okay, what am I eating that could possibly be affecting my emotional state in a negative way? So one of the great quotes that I like from Lisa Winberg, she's the founder of Neurosculpting Institute. You fill a bucket drop by drop. You clear your mind thought by thought. You heal yourself moment by moment. So in each moment, we can start to heal emotionally by taking care of the three minds. There's several different ways that you're able to get these essential oils. Now, if you want every single oil, you have the Every Oil Kit, and huge savings when you get a kit, and you get your membership with doTERRA for free when you get one of these kits. A membership with doTERRA is $35, like a Costco membership type of thing, and you can get whatever you want at 25% off of retail, which is fantastic. That usually pays for itself within 4 oils. And you don't have to buy monthly, but there's a lot of perks to buying monthly. And like you get your shipping reimbursed to you and things like that. But it's an optional program. It's just a really smart way to get your essential oils. And you can renew each year. It's just $25 to renew each year, and they send you a free $20 bottle of peppermint. So it's basically like less than $5 each year to renew that membership. It's fantastic. A couple other kits that are available is the Home Essentials Kit and the Family Essentials Kit. Now with these kits, they have the same 10 main oils that like every home needs, and just one has the 5 milliliters bottles, and one has the 10 or 15 milliliter bottles, and one comes with a diffuser, and the other one comes with the beadlets. Both of those, again, your membership, that $35 membership fee is waived, and yeah, so you're able to do that. There's a emotional aromatherapy enrollment kit as well. Just look for the link. I'll have a link to how to sign up, and you can see the different enrollment kits that are available. But you can have that emotional aromatherapy kit with the diffuser, and it's $195, and you have all of those oils, and you have your membership already. That Loyalty Rewards program, that monthly program that I was talking to you about, it's fantastic because not only do you get your shipping back, but you get a percentage back on your order as well, off the PV of your order. And every 3 months that you do at least 50 PV, and it doesn't have to be consecutive, But every 3 months, it'll then increase by 5%. So you max out at 30%. So 25 plus 30, so you get like 55% off of retail at that point, in a sense. So, and these points, they're basically used like cash to get free oils, free products. And you have a free oil of the month if you do a 125 PV by the 15th of the month. And PV are almost equal to dollars. But by the 15th of the month, then you get a free oil, and that free oil it's worth about $15 wholesale. So it's a good gift. It's a really nice gift. And so doTERRA picks that every month, and sometimes they're like, you can only get them through that that free oil of the month thing. You can't even purchase it. You have to do it that way. It's really fun. It's such a great program. So if you're starting out, one of the things that I would suggest is to get that, first off, to get that emotional aromatherapy starter kit with that diffuser. If you already have a diffuser, then you could just do the membership, do the kit, and the lifelong vitality pack. We need that foundational support for the gut and for our body in order to utilize everything properly. And then in month 2, I would suggest, you need another pack of the lifelong vitality pack, then your Terrazyme and your PB Assist. Okay, so we're building onto itself to support that gut health and lift your mood. And then in month 3, you're going to need your lifelong vitality pack again, and your Zendocrine. I'd go with the oil, and like Serenity and Balance are fantastic ones to add to your emotional toolkit. Let's say they're just staples for rest and stress management and all that. I love them. I can't talk enough about them. So if you look at this, okay, 210, they're 2, so 10% of those you would get back in points on all of those, and with your shipping as well. So over $50 in free oils at that point as well. And then with your shipping on top of that, like you've got, that's reimbursed. So you've got, over $60 in free oils coming your way after you get all set with this. So it's really an amazing program. For kids, they do have vitamins for kids along with the probiotic powder sachets for kids, and they're so tasty. They're with like stevia, and so they're no sugar in them, but my kids love them. I'm like, you can only have one, and it supports their gut health and got great vitamins. They're omegas. It's fish oil, but they took out the fishy taste and put in the wild orange essential oil, so it's fantastic. So this is, be looking for the link to be able to become either a wellness advocate or have a wholesale account, and you've got great options with all the different products, and if you need any help at all, please feel free to reach out. I can help you identify what would work best for you and your family if you're feeling stuck. But even just starting out with one of those kits and getting your membership, and then being able to work together and reach your goals. I help people make a 90-day goal and reach it. So I am looking forward to working with you more, and I hope you learned some good things tonight. If you have any questions about those 3 brains and how to support them better, and just your health in general and essential oils, I am so excited to walk this path with you. I love these oils, and they amaze me on a regular basis, and I would love to share that with you. Have a great evening or day wherever you are throughout the world, and I will talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye.